not only did I bring you here, Kevin, to talk about high school sports, but you and I share a love. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too hardly on your behalf. I believe we share an interest, at least, in strange mascots and nicknames and peculiar nicknames. You, in 2020, did a piece for the Claremore Progress rating the uniqueness of all the high school mascots in your area. I am currently working on a story for Scorebook Live on the most unique nicknames in Oklahoma high school football and high school sports. And it's one of those things where like, oh, this will be fun. And then it becomes work and you're like, wow, then you start to make it like interesting by looking up the origin of this nickname. And then there's no story as to why this team is called the such and suches. They're like, I don't know, I just thought it was cool. But for example, Salisaw, the Black Diamonds, I did not know that is a reference to the coal industry, the mining industry up there. The Will Rogers Ropers seems pretty self-explanatory.
That should have been what Claremore High School was called, since Will Rogers is from Claremore.
Oh wow, they should have just been the Claremore Rogers. Wait, that just dawned on me. Is that what the whole county is named for? Rogers County?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, let us know in the chat. All right. We'll figure that out later. We don't need to sit here and scratch our heads for 15 minutes. But I've got, I thought it'd be appropriate to have a little mascot talk. I even have a little quiz for you at the end to test your knowledge. But first, I want to hit you with some fun facts about Oklahoma mascots. According to our friends at iwasatthegame.com, shout out, there are 133 different mascots used in Oklahoma. There are 73 mascots that are the only ones of their kind in the state, which means that, that they're one of a kind. 73 that are, no other school has that. Some of the ones that I thought might be singular or one of a kind that aren't, Broncos with an H. I thought that was interesting. There are multiple schools with Broncos with an H. But yeah, Outlaws. I thought Outlaws was going to be just one. I thought it was just going to be Marlowe, but I believe Walitka is also the Outlaws. The most popular mascots in the OSSAA, I think we can all guess that they're the team names that every school seems to have. There are 45 Tigers, there are 38 Bulldogs, and there are 30 Eagles. And you better bet your sweet patootie that the Lawton area has one of all three, if not multiple of those. I know of at least 2 Bulldogs and several Tigers in our area. All right, quiz time. All of the following nicknames containing the word golden exist in Oklahoma high school sports, except for one. Which one is not an Oklahoma high school team? Golden Eagles, Golden Knights, Golden Tigers, or Golden Demons? Because I'm definitely not rewriting the fact that I wrote Golden Eagles twice.
Oh goodness. Oh man. Golden Tiger sounds very weird. What were some of those other ones again? I know that Golden Demons that's Bags. So
Golden Eagles, Golden Knights, Golden Tigers, or Golden Demons? I thought this one was a bit tricky.
Yeah, it is. I gotta go with Golden Tigers. That just sounds really bizarre.
The answer is Golden Knights.
Golden. Oh, really? Okay.
Technically, Talahina is the Golden Tigers. Now, to be fair, I have heard people refer to Beggs as just the Beggs Demons, but technically they are the Golden Demons. I think Talahina is probably a similar situation. I've heard them just call the Talahina Tigers before. Okay, which is the most used non-animal nickname in Oklahoma high school sports?
The least used?
Most used.
Most used, okay.
Which of these non-animal nicknames is highest in terms of most schools using it? Is it the Trojans? Is it the Indians? Is it the Savages? Or is it the Warriors?
Oh man, the Native American nicknames.
Native American influence heavy in this one.
It's got to be Indians, right?
It is Warriors.
Ah, dang. Well, the Warriors could also be. Yeah, I guess that's not only Native American in every sense.
Yeah, it's a. I'm trying to think. Where did I find that? Yeah, according to I was at the game, there are 18 schools that use Warriors. You are really close though. 17 Indians. There are also 15 Pirates, which I always thought was a cool nickname.
Yeah. Well, I know that on there, I know I was at the game made a couple of mistakes. Like they put Chelsea under just the Dragons.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
they're the Green Dragons, and then I think they also put Bristow under Pirates when they're the Purple Pirates. Technically, I guess. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I just thought they were the Bristow Pirates. Weird. All right, Oklahoma and Texas share each of the following team names except for which means I don't know if I worded that correctly. Basically means whether you're in Oklahoma or in Texas, you will find a high school using each of these mascots except for one of them. Scorpions, foxes, bombers, or wampus cats.
Which one isn't used between Oklahoma and Texas?
Correct.
Scorpions.
The answer is in your neck of the wood, your former neck of the woods. Bombers is only used in Oklahoma. It is not used in Texas. And I think
which Oklahoma school uses scorpions?
I believe, let me find this. Boswell, the Boswell Scorpions, which I can't remember where that is, but I know it's small.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
And then finally, I mentioned the 73 unique, one-of-a-kind nicknames. All but one of these are the only one in the state to have their particular nickname. All of these are one of a kind. Even though they all are pretty common nicknames, which one of these is not a one-of-a-kind? The Carl Albert Titans, the MacArthur Highlanders, the Westmore Jaguars, or, as we go non-football, the Silo Rebels. Which one of these teams actually shares its mascot with another school?
Man, that is you've got some good questions. Because right when I think I know the answer, then you bring up another one, and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't know.
I also got some fun little history, got a nice little asterisk with this one too. And I say asterisk.
So I know that Titans is shared because McLean and Tulsa has the Titans as well.
There you go. That's the answer. Yeah, all the others were one of a kind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I said a side note on here, Tulsa McLean was originally the Scots for years and years, and then they rebranded it as the Titans. But yeah, I was shocked to find out that MacArthur were the only Highlanders, because that seems like a pretty common nickname. Rebels, I guess just growing up in Texas, I was used to like every other high school being the Lee Rebels. And of course, you can't really do that as much anymore.
Tascosa Rebels.
Yeah, Tascosa, yeah. And then Westmore are the only Jaguars.
That is shocking. The only Jaguars. Wow.
By the way, shout out to the city of Moore for having some pretty cool mascots, because Southmore, the Saber Cats, I thought that was really neat. Yeah, I'm having a fun time with this with this project. Of course, up there where you are, you've got the Chelsea Green Dragons, the Claremore Zebras. It's a great one. The Yukon Millers I've always thought was really cool. And then, yeah, the fact that so growing up in Texas, that's how everyone knew about the town of Itasca, or everyone that was a football fan knew about the small town of Itasca, Texas, because they were the Wampus Cats. And you go, well, what the hell's a Wampus Cat? They said, oh, you want to find out? call the Itasca City Chamber of Commerce, and they had like somebody that was almost like a curator of like the history of the town, and they would tell you it was like this mountain lion sort of folklore thing, but there was like a whole story apparently that like came with a spiel. When I found out that Atoka is also the Wampus Cats, I was like, I can't tell if I think that's more cool or less cool, because I was like, I kind of thought that was cool that Itasca had that one thing that nobody else knew about. They've like made up an animal. Turns out they didn't. Turns out it's a thing that they know about in Oklahoma too. But yeah, so yeah, you just got to witness a grown man getting his nerd on for the past 15 minutes as he stumped his friend. Sorry, this wasn't as easy as naming all the state capitals or whatever it was that you did that one time.
Oh no, saying all the states in alphabetical order. That's my talent. My secret talent.
Well, congrats. That's how you won over Kelsey.
I'm sure.
Well, Kevin, it's always a pleasure to have you, buddy. Really looking forward to all the games this weekend, and looking forward to talking more football with you later on in the season. Check out Kevin on Twitter at Kevin Green Media. Read his stuff in the Claremore Progress. And keep up the good work, buddy. I love talking to you. We'll talk to you soon, man.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.